So this video is starting from the bottom of Tom's house. This is the eventual runoff leading down. And this is the remaining water that is not getting taken in any further up. So this stream is further into the woods. Here's some of the water that's just coming through from Tom's roof. It's running across. You can see running through the yard. Here's more of the runoff. So this is where things split. Here we have runoff from my rain garden, but then a lot of water that's coming around the side of it. You can see the water from my rain garden. This is over full, so it's coming over the side. This is what's missing, the rain garden. It's all on the low side of the natural playground, which is now saturated. I'm not seeing any water that's coming up off this hill, which would be from Franca's house, so it's either saturated or a little bit, but nothing too significant, I don't believe. There is some puddling happening. So this is the natural rain garden. I'm walking above. There's a stream running through it up here. So this water is coming from a few directions. It's coming from up here, which is the bottom of Tim's house. It's coming across here a little bit. This is the high side of the two trees through there, which is the bottom of the new plot that Chuck put in. But most of it is coming across, and this is the view from the top. Most of it's coming across in between the two trees and below the two trees. I'm going to step over here. And this is the lower part where I think a majority of the water is coming through. Here it's running through the yard and pooling. So here you have a couple of different water streams coming through. You have this water that's coming from in between these two houses. You have some that's coming from up on the other side of Chuck's house and running through along the stake lines. But then you have, I think, most of the running water is coming from this side. Most, I'd say, is probably about half of it, but running hard along the line that had been a French drain. And that comes all the way up to here. Most of it comes through this line. And this water's coming from a few different places. Here's some of it that's bypassing it. So some of it's coming from my drain pipes. There's one here and one up above. The water, grass here is soaked. So some of it is coming from Chris's upper drain, but you can see how much is coming also from the lower drain. This grass, you can see there's a ton of water flowing down. I'm going to step through it and look along this side, which is now I'm in Chris's yard. You can see how much water is coming through here, running along the rocks. This ground is soaked. I'm going to try to follow this. I'm not sure what the source is of this water. Is it coming from higher up? Not necessarily seeing much over here. here's a rain garden that appears to be dry, so I don't know that any water necessarily is getting collected here. So where is this necessarily coming from? Sorry about your rocks. Let's see. It just gets increasingly wet. And here's... So all of this might be coming from the drains on this side, because here's where it's really soaked. And it doesn't look like anything's really coming across. This is wet, but not saturated. And there's a little runoff. This rain garden definitely has water in it. You can see that there's water here that's missing. And if I come underneath, so now I'm walking up, sort of looking down into Chuck's yard. Water here. So this seems to be coming from the side, and we'll take a look. So a lot of this is sort of flowing down. Here's a little stream coming through next to the tree root, and just the line of water that was described before coming out of these rocks. And so that's forming the higher stream. There's a lot of water that's coming out from underneath here. And if we walk across, okay, we can see that there's some good puddling in this rock garden. And coming from up above. Don't use this as evidence of trespassing. Let's take a look. Okay, so here's from the high side. You can see puddling in the rain garden. Okay, here's a look. It does look like water's coming through up here, coming down from above. And water that's missing that's coming down this way. Let's see here how squishy it is. And then this is the water coming through from the drain pipes. So you can see there's quite a bit of water that's coming out of this drain pipe and then running down, which I'm sure much to Chuck's unhappiness is on the inside of this black border. And then this is where the puddling happens up here high above, that is then making its way down. So you can see how much water is collected up here and then running down. And that's coming from this, right along this ridge. Here's a black drain pipe that has a fair amount of water coming out of it too, but a lot of water running just next to it along this path. And yeah. I'm gonna walk through the woods and follow this water down, which runs, here's the wood pile. It seems to run under the leaves here, down through the wood pile. And then here's where it comes out. And everything meets down below. All right.